Naturally, by today, I would be overdue for a total loss for a video, and in which, in this sense, I pretty fucking am. I'm pretty overdue for a total loss review. Alright, I haven't done these things like a week, and that was just me memeing around with the freaking editing skills and just me just horsing around with the pre-event kind of stuff. I taught you guys how to do the pre-event, like I said last video, so I don't have to cover any of that. And yeah, originally I was going to upload a Osu mobile video of me pretty much failing, except for the dead princess, aka Romelia's theme, but I decided not to do that. Yeah, we won't be doing that today. We'll be doing that in like 6 years from now. Haha. Don't forget to remind me in 6 years. Anyways, I'm just, here to record a video. Alright, I haven't been recording in a while. I think it's time I recorded a video. And, I'm probably gonna end up busting out my editing skills like LMG4 with rapid fire on, fucking infinite mags, Call of Duty shit. Anyways, aside from that, that's it. I just woke up one day and just said, hey, how could I make a Lost Word better? How could I suggest something that Lost Word does to maybe attract more player base? You've obviously at least heard of, or at least even seen, Next Ninja's other game, which was Grand Summoners, and their global version got taken over by Crunchyroll, which is exactly why the player base probably decided, alright, I'm gonna head out. No, but in all seriousness, like, the game's literally developed by Crunchyroll, so it's naturally gonna be locked behind a paywall, and they don't have pity system compared to this game, and assuming that Crunchyroll doesn't decide, hey, let's go take over this game, and hey, we'll give you this amount of pay to do this for us. Hopefully, Total Lost World doesn't get consumed by Crunchyroll, because then we'd be locked behind a gigantic paywall, in which we already are with the pity system. But I don't really hate the pity system that much. So what could make Lost World better? Good question. But the first, I'm gonna start with this. You can write a comment on your profile. You can customize your profile. You can make your own player name, character name. You can set up a unit to display, and it'll show like their awakening level and their rank, time you explored, your errands, and your amount of friends, your EXP, your level, all that stuff. However, it doesn't seem to be of that use considering we don't really have much multiplayer feature. It's really just solo gameplay. And I feel like if we just implemented the system which Grand Summoners had with the multiplayer and the RTA, aka Real Time Arena, I feel like that would make the game kind of fun. But obviously, with the RTA, I'd assume that you'd obviously have to get some good balance, because if it isn't balanced, it's gonna be pretty fucking broken. No, but in all seriousness, like, it probably would be very broken. I mean, come on, just imagine going up against somebody with a level 100 Ultra Medicine and you having a level 50 Medicine. Nobody would like that. Nobody would want that. And in fact, somebody would go on their way to go on Reddit or Twitter to complain how they lost to RTA battle with a level 100 Marissa Ultra because RTAs weren't balanced. And maybe you could use a ranking system as well. I don't know, use ranks like Kappa, Tengu, I don't know, or yeah, just stuff like that. And maybe just add like player titles, titles you can attach your name to for each arena battle you win or something like that. Like maybe like you can have the title Witch of Scarlet Dreams, or I'm thinking of one. I don't know, like the Horror Immortal or something like that. Just like a fun little RTA system where you can go get your friends or other like actual players within the Total Lost Word game, with like the field of Total Lost Word. And, just, like, battle against them, have a bit of fun, because, honestly, like, the game's pretty boring. I will say, like, honestly, if I had to speak in all honesty, the game is very boring. It's pretty much just you grinding the story, and all of the story is just exciting, it's just, we need kind of, like, that multiplayer feel, because, to be honest, like, maybe showing off your unit is cool now, because they actually appear on the home screen, but pretty much every other thing that's on this, besides your character name, your level, and what unit you're showing off, which appears on your home screen, is pretty much useless. Like, who's gonna write a comment if nobody's gonna be able to see it? Which also brings me to my other idea, which is implementing an actual friend system and not having, like, just, like, friends as in a word for, characters within Total Lost Word. Just having, like, a little friend, so, like, maybe you need help grinding a specific stage, specifically EX stage for an event, and let's say you're trying to kind of struggling, you could hit up on your friends list, you guys can do that stage together, It'll just be pretty much fun. And you can actually make a system like that. I don't know, make like a system similar to Ninja Blazing is a multiplayer system where if you want to clear a stage, you could just queue up a lobby and you'll end up being in that lobby and it'll pretty much be turn based, which is essentially what Total Lost World is, but you get what I'm trying to say here. Aside from that, I think I covered all the multiplayer kind of stuff we should be seeing in Total Lost World. And yeah, that's all I wanted to cover for like the sort of like the like actual gameplay, because like maybe multiplayer could change gameplay, dude, because to be honest, like let's look at Total Lost World now. You got all these features, but there's really not much to do, and I feel like multiplayer would definitely help maybe newer players like who cleared like up to chapter 2 and got access to Scarlet Level Mention. Like that would actually really help them, because like if I have to be honest, if I got Scarlet Level Tower now, I probably wouldn't be doing very good, because I only have like level 40 immersed to alter. Not saying that I want help, but you get what I'm trying to say. The next thing I want to cover is gotcha. The gotcha in this game. Every regular character or every banner you summon on and you get 150 pity, you'll be able to exchange for whatever character is within that banner. And to be honest, I really think that 150 is a bit too high, because 150 is equal to 750 sealed crystals. Assuming you just start Total Lost World, and let's say you just start Total Lost World and you just grind the heck out of the game. Assuming there's only like two, 3 chapters. I don't think chapter 3 is actually out. I think it's just chapter 2 part 2. But assuming that you only have up to chapter 2 part 2, you wouldn't be getting enough to full pity a unit. And even if, like, let's look at the Superfest. Superfest is like 250 event points just to literally pity that unit. Honestly, I don't like pitying myself, but to be frank with you, dude, it is what it is. I feel like they should really lower the pity on units, or like just like the gacha pool in general. Like maybe just for regular units, because I mean honestly, having 150 pity, having 150 pity for Fez units, that's understandable. But having 150 pity for a unit you can already get on that banner, I feel like that's kind of like if the character is limited, I can understand, like 150 pity, but the 250 pity, maybe at least lower that to like 200, because honestly, I don't think anybody is gonna have the sanity to grind out 1,250 crystals, and even so, you won't even be getting that from the full game. We really need to see something new. Like, come on, man, we can't be doing all that. And even if it's still like a chance of you getting the character, if you actually ended up doing like 1,250 sealed crystals worth of pulls, like it's only a chance of you getting that regular unit or that specific unit. Because honestly, if I have to be honest, gacha rates suck, but at least the game is kind enough to at least give you some kind of character. And even if they only have a 10% chance, in which the chances are actually lowered on every other unit. So I really feel like they should, just maybe screw on the pity system. Maybe make it a bit lower, like 120. So I think originally it was 120 in JP, but they decided to make it 150. At least that's how it was during the one of the banners. I think it was in like May or something like that, before Total Lost World Global was released. And then the second thing about like gacha is standard banner. You can't extend on the banner. You can only summon on it. And I feel like if you just like maybe gave the players like a pity system for the standard banner, like I know it's a standard banner, man, but come on, like maybe somebody who wanted Yomu or something like that would want to summon on this banner. They could maybe do 120 or 150 pulls, assuming that they lower the pity. They'll be able to get whatever unit they want, or at a certain amount of pulls, they'll be able to get whatever unit they want in exchange for whatever unit they want. Obviously, this would kind of be a bit broken, because then people would just go for Yomu. But it's kind of a chance to reward just like free-to-play players who have no money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like no one's gonna spend their money on Total Lost for thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah. Aside from that, I think that's all I have to say about the gacha. What's up next? I kind of want to cover this shop, but I don't know what I'd cover about the shop. I mean, the fact that it's like 40 god cubes to get 3,000 coins. Yeah, it's only like 10%. Like you're paying like 10 more of what you're getting, and it's 180 to get 15k coins. Honestly, I can understand the sealed crystals. It's 500 for 50 sealed crystals. But I hope you know that 500 is literally 20 more than getting a specific character costume. If you know what I'm trying to say. Maybe, I don't want to say like lower the prices, because like god cubes be god cubes, and there'd be ways to get god cubes. It's not really not that hard. I mean, you can whale, You can attend giveaways, which they're actually doing now for the Witch Scarlet Dreams. So I feel like, I don't know, man. I don't know if I like these prices because, like, I mean, you can always grind God cubes and errands, but you know that like a week worth of God cube, like God cube errands, it would probably be about like 14 God cubes. I mean, assuming how many missions there are, because usually some of them are like one to do. So if you did 3 God cube errands, which would be times 6 times 7, that's like 42 God cubes a week. I mean, sometimes you don't even get God cube drops, but you know it is what it is. I'm not gonna explain packs. These always come out when there's a new event or so, and oh wait, it's all paid in yen. I hope you know that yen value are very extremely high compared to actual values in America. So like if we took 120 yen, that would be equal to about like 12, not even $12 in USD. That's like $9. Oh boy, but the 10K, the large pack, 10,000 yen, that's probably around like $100 or $99. I'd say around like that value of the 90 to 100 range. I mean, come on, man. Oh, I actually take that back. But the thing is, it's this. So you all know, like at some point, there's that one game you played where it's like paid money or free money. Very similar to Grand Summoners, you know what I'm saying? You're getting 1,000 free God crystals, which meaning you can't use those 1,000 God crystals on a pull because they're free. Well, actually, maybe that might be the system they're running. So if you played Grand Summoners and you bought crystals and you did a crystal lock pull or like a step up summon, you would know it costs crystals only, right? Right? I think that's pretty much the same system they're running here. So like if you have 1,000 free God cubes, you can't use those God cubes on a pull, and you'd have to use the paid ones instead. Which, to be honest, it's kind of stupid. Like why have paid currency you paid for, and having a free version and then having a paid version? It doesn't matter. They're both paid for. I really have nothing to say about the God crystal. I mean, I tell you, 3,000 God keys for like nine. What was that? 100, maybe $100. I want to say $100, or like $90 to $100. No, I'm not complaining. That's like 3K God keys. You can do a lot with that. The costumes, I don't really care about them. Most of them are pretty expensive. Well, 480. I actually think they exceed the amount of 480. But you could probably get like, assuming you win the game. I had a bit of a slight interruption there, and I just pretty much cut the record. I didn't cut the recording. I just like stopped the recording as a whole. And now we're to talk about the school system. Okay, so let's say you bought 500 Wagashi, in which I actually ended up doing that on my Yuko account, but I didn't end up, I pretty much dropped that account because I was trying to get Ultimate and I was trolling. Okay, so Wagashi, if you hold, you pretty much lose that Wagashi and it converts it into the amount you need. So it's going to 40,000, but I'm still using that Wagashi. It's kind of a waste, to be honest. Why be able to use Wagashi and just completely waste it for a specific amount? Come on, dude. No one's gonna do that. No one's gonna do that. That's all I have to complain about for school, because school's okay, it's decent. It's a little bit. Dojo, okay, dojo. All right. People have the time to grind skill books. You can get skill books through what's it called? Damn it, what was it called? I forgot what it's called. I forgot what it was called. Freaking events. But events don't really pop up that much. And aside from events, you really can't get skill books. Maybe besides their missions or daily quests, but those only come around every so often. So I really feel like they should I don't know, maybe change that up or something like that. Also, dojo slots has 2 less compared to school. Is it because they don't want us turning 9,000 skills at once on 3 characters? Who knows? That's all I think I need to cover for at least school and dojo. As for tasks, weekly tasks, I can't really complain about them. I mean, 100 badges would be kind of excessive for a new player, but I mean, you could just farm normal Ikari for 6 years, and yeah. Yeah, I can't really complain about it. I mean, the 30 errands, spirit points from the shrine 5 times. Honestly, I didn't really get this. I did not get this weekly mission. I think it's like you have to keep collecting spirit points every day. Then again, that kind of hurts my brain, but I'm not gonna complain. As for the pre-event, the pre-event, like it's pretty much just another version of the weekly quests, except you actually end up getting a cosmetic. All right, I think I pretty much covered everything that could make THLW better. Probably, I don't know if the developers are gonna see this and just be like, "Oh, that's a good idea" or whatever. Honestly, I don't see a multiplayer coming anytime soon, considering JP doesn't have any of it. I mean, it would be nice to see multiplayer within the game. Cause I mean, come on, look at Grand Summoners. Like Grand Summoners are a multiplayer version, and although it would be like 3 people, I don't know. Just 3 people sitting in a battle. Just imagine sitting in a VC with 3 people. But I mean, to be honest, like, yeah, you could do that. You could do that. Cause we have first front and then we have first rear. Like that could be one player's 2 characters. You can choose whatever character you want, or depending on the mission, it would be locked by level or what kind of character it is. So, for example, let's say you're doing a quest or like do not to Hikari with your friend. You can't use this character, or like you can't use Yukari, you can't use Reimu, because I know Reimu, like you couldn't use Reimu during the Nautic Yukari quest, because she was like locked. She was like you couldn't move her because she was a friend unit, at least in the normal version. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like you couldn't use Reimu or Versa. You know what I'm saying? Like, make a multiplayer. Like do RTA or whatever, or like do some version of RTA, or just like I don't know, something like RTA. Make restrictions on it, so it could be fun and enjoyable, but also not at the same time excruciatingly infuriating or whatever, or just like not annoying or painful, if you understand what I'm trying to say.